Alright y'all, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to ride up to the river this morning. And I am trying to make up my mind what to tie up right off the bat. I don't know whether to put some crankbaits on or worms or spinners. I'm just trying to make my mind up. I'm going to carry some extra stuff, but I just don't know what I want to try this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Front's coming in tomorrow, I think. Supposed to get some rain. I hope so. I'm kind of at odds what I want to do. I know the shad ought to be up shallow around the jetties down there this morning. The river's kind of low. It's about 8.5 foot behind the lock dam at Claiborne, so we're gonna get it figured out. We'll see y'all when we get to the river. It is some kind of foggy up here at this river this morning. Woo! I'm talking about foggy. I'll be careful on these slick leaves. A lot of boats putting in this morning. All right, y'all. I am going to maneuver my way down there without falling and getting killed. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. I don't see any shad flipping. This may be a bust right here. I don't know. We're going to give it a try though. I'm fishing that bomber foxy shad. It's not a deep diver, it's, you know, 3 to 5 foot. I got a 10-inch red shad culprit worm on that other pole. There ought to be a spotted bass laying right there around that current seam. Well, we caught a willow leaf. Let me ease right on up here just a little piece. If I can do it without falling. Well, these rocks or something else. You got to be careful on this mess right here. You'll get hurt bad. You find the shad, you'll find the fish. I know there ain't no need to throw over there, but I am anyway. If there's anything in here at all, it's gonna be a gar. I think when we leave here, we're gonna go by Big Flat Creek. That's my plan anyway. All right, y'all, I'm gonna step back over at my tackle bag and I'm gonna tie up a plug that'll go a lot deeper. I'll be back with y'all when I get tied up. All right, y'all, we're gonna throw this deep diver. When she gets on down there, I can tell you that. It has a rattle in it. I don't know how deep it is right out there, but I felt it getting bottom. Too much plug for this ultralight stuff, I can tell you that. We probably just hung that up right there. Let's see if it'll float up out of it. Nope. I figured that was gonna happen. All right, we're gonna fish that red shad worm a little bit right here. Let me go get that other pole. We'll see if there's anything hanging around the bottom right here. But I don't see, I was betting on some shad to be flipping around these rocks, but not right here it's not. It could be further on down, but I'm not gonna try to walk down there and kill myself. I'm gonna feel that worm when I get it up. See how cold it is. See if I can kind of gauge what the temperature of this water is. Them catfish ought to be tearing it up. Let me feel this worm. You got water, pretty cool. If I ain't careful, I'm gonna bust that off right here around all these rocks with that weight on it especially. Sounds like some, dang, that goes somebody's dog up there behind me. I don't know what that is flipping in that water over there. It must be some shad that's hung in there or whatever. Can't get out. I'm gonna say that's what it is. Let's throw over one time. Heck, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Throw that worm in there. Might be one lone bass hung up in there. Can't get out. Last time I was down here, there was a big alligator over in there. Yeah, that's shad in there flipping around, but unless it's high water, they can't get out of there. Let's try this one more time right here. Sure is a pretty strong current, low as this river is. They must be turning some water loose up out in Miller's Ferry, generating, and then they got them gates open right up yonder at Claiborne. I'm just letting the current roll the bait along the bottom. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this spot. We're gonna ease out of here. Probably stop by a big flat creek. And I will see y'all when I get there. We kind of got a hold up right here. We're having to wait on a train. My luck, it's a 100-car banana train. All right, y'all, I finally made it over here to Big Flat Creek. I've been sitting up there waiting on a train for 45 minutes. We'll see if there's a bass around here somewhere. You never know. I got a spinner bait on here. Didn't have no luck over at the river. This creek here is shallow too. Leaves, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's hard to fish right now with all these leaves falling. I mean, it is hard, something hard. Y'all excuse me if the sun is glaring on the camera. This water here is pretty clear itself. Normally this creek is not this clear. I'm trying to maneuver all them leaves. It's hard to do. All right, let me ease up that bank and see how far I can go down right there. All right, y'all, I went pretty good piece down the creek right there with that spinner where I could get to. And I went up that way as far as I could go. And I mean, the water's real shallow and I didn't even see a bass nowhere. But right here around the bridge seems to be kind of a little bit deeper spot. We're gonna try this worm right here a time or two and see can we come up with one. All we can do is try. Been a lot of people here fishing. It's a lot of pressure in these places I fish. I'm just gonna get in a couple of casts with this worm right here just to say I done it and I tried everything I had. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I've been around the world this morning, seems like. I ain't had a bite. I appreciate y'all tagging along with me. This is the realities of a YouTuber fisherman. Sometimes you get the video and sometimes you don't. But anyway, y'all please hit that subscribe button, hit like and share the videos, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Everybody have a wonderful day.